Hey everybody, this is John. I'm responding to a question that was asked on Jubilee Dawn's YouTube channel about men in purity culture. Now, while I wasn't part of any purity culture churches, I was involved in fundamentalist and Pentecostal churches for a number of years. Some went to the extreme of that men had to be dressed up for church, they had to have suit and tie on, though over the years that's been kind of relaxed. There were a lot of places where men couldn't even wear short sleeve shirts, much less short pants or t-shirt. You had to have a long sleeve shirt on for the same modesty principles that they try to impose on the women. However, they were still more lenient as far as modesty standards for men than they were with women. The biggest sticking point that they had, though, concerned facial hair. If you look at me right now, in some of those churches, I would never be allowed to speak on a platform or preach a sermon for the simple fact that I have a mustache and a little bit of a beard here. Even when I was in the military, I had a mustache, and that would have been frowned upon because they expected the men to be clean shaven. Is that a biblical teaching? No. It came from an old, outdated culture viewpoint that dated back to the hippie era of the 1960s and 70s. That's long since faded into the rearview mirror of history. Nowadays, beards and mustaches are much more accepted for men, so that type of viewpoint is outdated. But that helps clear up some questions that people may have.